Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to all the listeners from around the world that are tuning into this radio broadcast today. I am Tammy Markee, your host of Tammy Markee Radio Show, sponsored by Millionaires in Training Radio. We are based out of Houston, Texas. Listeners, please let me share a little bit about myself. I am a native of New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm a concerned humanitarian, co-author, international human rights activist, evangelist, entrepreneur, and Forex trader in a $5.3 trillion daily market. Also, I'm a columnist for Kish magazine called Dynasty of Dreamers and founder of Dynasty Dreamer International. Well, listening audience, Candace Michelle will be co-hosting today's show. She is a kingdom advocate and author. Candace is the visionary steward of Wise Living International, a nonprofit organization, and the director of Wise Living Group, powered by eXp Realty, LLC. Currently, Candace Michelle lives in Pearland, Texas, where she furthers her kingdom mandate to empower, inspire, educate, and encourage others to move from existing to living. You can follow her on Facebook at Candace Michelle and Instagram at The Real Candace Michelle. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a talented lady on today's show. She is a true example of a dynasty dreamer, and that spirit is going to be an outstanding show. We on the radio broadcast today with Angela Thomas Smith. Yes, Angela Thomas Smith. I am supremely thrilled that Angela Thomas Smith is our highly distinguished guest today. She's a legendary pioneer in the field of literacy and a world-changing woman of historical dimensions who has facilitated and empowered countless people to the financial and personal prosperity of them and their community. Angela Thomas Smith started AAALAC to bring awareness to African-American authors across the United States and abroad. She has been working with youth since 2009, and Angela noticed that there were not a lot of diversity in children's books across the board. So she decided to launch AAALAC, African American Author Literacy Awareness Campaign, October of 2016, after she became a first-time author. Her mission is to bring awareness to African American authors and literacy within our communities throughout the United States. And our goal is that we all will collaborate and support each other, share events and tips that will help us all thrive as pillars in our communities. God has given us all a gift and talent to share with the world. What motivates her is being able to see other authors thriving and getting awareness they deserve makes her happy and allows her to sleep at night. Each event she does, Angela tries to bring as many authors as possible together. Why? Because it allowed them the opportunity to talk within their network with someone that's in the same boat as they are in. It allows them the opportunity to make connections that they otherwise might not have made because they are isolated in their town, city, or state. She challenges authors to reach outside their box and to do interviews and join other collaborations to invest in themselves and others. Well, today's episode is called Chasing Your Dreams. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the phenomenal world of Angela Thomas Smith. How are you doing today, Angela Thomas Smith?
I'm doing awesome. I'm doing amazing. I thank God for waking me up this morning. I thank Him for this journey that He had me on. It's just amazing, and I thank you for that amazing introduction. I mean, God is good. That's all I can say.
He sure is. And Angela, I have to say, you are doing some incredible feats in your community, bringing literacy awareness, which is very much needed. And you're empowering so many people around the world, and we're absolutely thrilled to have you on the radio broadcast. And I want to share with the listening audience a little bit more about you. You know, as of today, it's just 3 board members that you have and yourself, and you are making sure that the vision is carried out until God opens doors for more people to come on a board. And you want people that truly understand and support your vision, because it's not a game or a job. It's a passion because we all are authors, and we take to heart what we do. And every event that you put it on like it's your last event. And you want others and other people to leave with the experience, not just having a good time. You want people to leave feeling like the experience, the ultimate experience, like the E3 experience that you believe in. And the E3 experience stands for educate, empower, and encourage. And that's truly, truly powerful. And also, over the next 24 months, which it started with last year in January 2018, you all want to hit all 50 states. And you believe that the authors must represent these states and they must visit them as well. And in 2017, you host the Author Showcase in Georgia, Florida, and South Carolina. And you are constantly working on and currently working on the Texas, California, Pennsylvania, and the DMV area for the first part of the AAALAC second annual Chasing Your Dream Tour, which is quite amazing. And you have such an impressive roster, incredibly rich resume. Can you give us a synopsis of your eventful life? Let's have a closer examination of the life of Angela Thomas Smith. Give us a little bit more about yourself.
Well, I was born in Anderson, South Carolina. I was raised pretty much in a country environment, in a small community. We didn't even have our own post office, but I grew up in a small, close-knit community in Addyville, South Carolina. I had the opportunity to play basketball in high school and college, so it afforded me the opportunity to venture to Atlanta and other cities that I may have not experienced if I not had the opportunity to play basketball. So with my upbringing in my life, I have experienced a lot of things, and through my journey, I want to be able to provide a platform for other people to share their journeys. Just showcasing and sharing extraordinary people that are doing extraordinary things. We're normal people, but we're doing extraordinary things. We're trying to make a difference in our community, and we're trying to let people know that the journeys that they're on, their downfalls, their letdowns, they don't have to be their end. That, I truly believe in Jeremiah 29:11 because God said he had a plan for us. And it was to prosper us, was to be in good health, for us to have hope in the future. And I truly believe in that scripture, and that's something that I want to share with the world, and I want people to know that this journey that we're on does not have to be a journey that we're on alone, that other people are doing what we are. People are going through what we are going through, and I just want to be able to share that with other people and let them know that they can come out of there now, that there is a future for them. So that's me. That's my passion. I'm an advocate for homelessness, domestic violence, because I am a domestic violence survivor, a 4-year survivor. Ministry, I just have so many passions because I believe that our children are our future, and we have to learn how to pour into them, deposit into them, so that we can get a return in our future, because these babies are going to be the ones that are taking care of us. And I noticed that there was a lack of this representation of African Americans in the bookstore and in the library. I work with youth, and they're my passion, and I believe that, if we don't be examples for them, then how can they lead us when we need them to lead us? Because we're not going to be around forever. And I just want to be able to put something in somebody that they'll be able to bring out in the future. So that's Angela. That's all I want to do. I just want to see people thriving and walking in purpose.
That is truly powerful. And you're igniting a fire in people. And you're living by design, which is truly remarkable. And this is something very, very much needed, which you talk about domestic violence, bringing awareness, literacy awareness. it brings back to when I was my college days, and I was a part of the literacy group. And one of the professors noticed that I was really involved in the literacy program and nominated me for the United States Presidential Award. So I really, really commend you for what you're doing. We have to start teaching the kids at a young age about literacy. And even for you to even talk about your experience as a domestic violence survivor, you are showing the world that, look, you don't have to go through these things. You're showing people that there could be a better way, that you can have a relationship that can be very, very, very loving. And so this is tend to bring a sense of catharsis in the lives of people who will hear this show and be empowered. Because when you talk about domestic violence, it does not discriminate against anyone of any race or sexual orientation, age, gender, or religion. Anyone could be a victim of this. And so when a person is experiencing domestic violence and physical assault or abusive type of behavior, it becomes a part of a systematic pattern. It becomes such a control by the perpetrator or the particular partner that person is involved with. And it can result in psychological and emotional consequences as well, which could be quite devastating, as well as physical injury. So we thank you for sharing that with the listening audience, and even on your journey, Angela. It's a compelling, ambitious journey to your success. It's truly highly illuminating and is an incredible instructive guidepost to greatness, I must say. So let's talk a little bit about economics. What do you feel will be the adequate address to the crippling economic issues prevalent among people today?
Well, I believe that education and job training at an early age in youth development is needed. We need to start teaching our babies that they can be successful young, that they don't have to wait till they're an adult to be productive, successful citizens, that they can start at a young age. And that was something that we tried to incorporate into our youth program. We would bring in people that were successful in what they were doing, so that our kids could see that they could do this too. And not only that, I challenged the kids to create vision boards, create vision journals, because if you can write these things down and you can vision these things, then they will come to pass. So I challenge. I know back home in South Carolina, I'm from Anderson, South Carolina, and back home in South Carolina, they just started focusing on the middle school kids being able to have these technical training, just in case they decide they don't want to go to college when they're older. They already have these trainings, so they start in the middle school with the technical training now. We have established our first middle school. They have school, and it's set to open next school year. Where they're going to be training the middle school kids just like the high school kids. They're even going to have a program that they're collaborating with Michelin Tires, where the kids are going to be able to learn how to make tires and the different things that go along with making tires. So it's very important, I think, that, education and training starts at an early age so that they have these skills to fall back on if education is not an option.
That's truly incredible what you're sharing. And I'm big on education, and a lot of times it's the lack of education. So when you talk about financial literacy, we have to empower the people financially. We have to give them the financial keys to unlock those economic powerhouses to their financial future so they can have the quality of life that they so rightfully deserve. And so even though so many people are going through economic morass in their lives, we have to show people how to diversify their portfolio. And so I totally agree that when you mention about youth development, it starts at a young age. And there was a particular young man who I interviewed on the show, Dr. Miller, and he was a part of school for the young males in New York, which is very, very successful. And he started at a very young